All right, we're out here looking for black oak burls. So I'm driving down this road here and I look over up this draw and I see a downed oak, and it looks like there's a decent sized burl on it. So we're gonna go check it out. So a lot of time these black oak burls, I'd say 1 out of 10 has a good wood left on it. A lot of the time, by the time they hit the ground, you know, fall off of a tree, or a tree falls over, most of the time they're already rotted out pretty good. Oh, there she is. That's what we're looking for, guys. If you notice, it's got a lot of curves. It's not real round. So what we're probably going to see is a lot of bark inclusions in there, which is fine. So one way to tell these burls if it's an actual burl or if it's just an injury where the tree's healing itself is by the grain. So if a lot of times people will think that they have a burl and it's just an injury that's healed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When it's just an injury that's healed itself, a lot of the time the bark will be smooth. But when you have a real rough bark on these black oaks at least, and then you've got all these pins. So we've just gotta, it's looking, I'm not seeing any real nasty. That's a little soft right there. You're gonna get that. This black oak, it looks like we're in a pack rat nest. Oh yeah, there's his hole. That's right, the dog will take care of the rat. Oh yeah, she's sniffing. She's wondering where it's at. I'll go back and grab the 460 and we're gonna lop this thing off and see if it's rotted out inside. See, this is a good example of what someone might think a burl, what someone might think a black oak burl looks like. But what that is that's just where a branch had snapped off and the oak had healed itself. So these black oaks are notorious for snapping and healing themselves. So a lot of the time these will be rotten in the inside. So before the tree has the ability to heal itself, the heartwood of where it had broken will start to rot, and then the sapwood will come in and cover it, and then the rot continues, which is what, well, similar to this right here. So that's a good example. The tree's healing itself right here. It's curling over where this had snapped off, but the rot had gotten in there so much that it wasn't able to completely heal up and look something similar to that. And that's what makes these trees so dangerous. All right, so it was a little easier to cut than I was hoping for. So generally when you start getting into the middle of these things and the cutting gets real easy, you're probably getting into something a little bit rotten, but that's okay. It could be rotten down here. and then we'll take some more slices up top and see what it looks like. So I've sprayed this with isopropyl so that you can see the grain. We've got some good bark inclusions, a little bit of rot right in here, and a couple little streaks of rot right through here. But it looks like the ants have dug out the bark that was in here. That looks like the ants had nested in here at some point. But this piece will be really good for some hybrid blanks. Fill in all these holes with epoxy and then stabilize it with a resin. But all in all, it's a nice piece. I think it'll make some nice knife scales, some chisel handles, maybe a pin blank or something like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions about these California black oaks, let me know in the comments.